From Stephen. Dear Supreme Overlord Andrew of House Klavan. Then it goes on. Grower of beards, drinker of tears, and mother of dragons. My mother gifted me it's kind of a weird thought, but my mother gifted me a subscription to Daily Wire and hoped I wouldn't see the email notifying me of the gift so that it would be a surprise on Christmas Day, but I did see it, so here I am. All right, fair enough. Great gift. I know that we are supposed to pray in order to build a relationship with God, but why do we ask for things in prayer? One Christian apologist I've read said that God actually gives us a say and lets us have input, meaning the chances of receiving whatever we are asking for go up when we ask than if we never asked at all. This explanation is hard to swallow. Could the outcome really change by asking for a sick person to be healed or for our troops to be blessed? Thanks. Okay. The problem here is you're trying to think yourself into God's mind and you just can't do it. Okay. The best thing I can tell you, I disagree with people who say you shouldn't ask for things. I've heard people say, oh, God is not my butler. I don't ask him for anything. I think that's crazy. I bring everything to God. I just, my desires, my hopes, my dreams, and certainly the suffering of my friends and the people I love, and even people sometimes out in the world that have somehow reached me. I bring it all to God and pray for good outcomes and pray, of course, with the proviso that his will be done, obviously, but still, I pray for these things. And here's the way you have to look at it. This is not a full way of looking at it, but we live in time. What you're talking about is causation, right? You're talking about when we pray, does something then happen because we pray? That's the way humans think of things because we live in time. Causation happens in time. I knock over the glass falls over. That happens in time. God sees things utterly differently. He lives outside of time. He lives above time. He is greater than time. So the best way to think of it is when God made the world, your prayers were figured into the creation. That's the closest I can come to a world without time, beyond time, because I don't live beyond time. I can't even imagine what that is, but God can, and God sees the world that way. Your prayers, I believe, are part of the structure of the created world. And so, yes, they were taken into account. Do they create different outcomes? Well, they already have, from God's point of view. They have created the world. They are part of the creation of the world as it is, including those outcomes. On top of this, in your life, now trying to get out of the mind of God where we can't really be, in your life, prayer and the answers to prayers, whether they are yeses or no answers, will bring you closer to God, will give you a deeper and richer understanding of the wholeness and beauty of God and of the role of God in your life. And that will change you, and that will change the world. And if in your life, those are always good changes if you keep an honest relationship with God and try to understand who God is through reading the Gospels and react to that God and not impose other faces like your dad's face on God or anything like that. That will always be helpful. So pray away because it will always be a helpful thing.